Welcome, Dominators. We are up against Dark Ages. Seems to be a very strong alliance because they are high in glory. So I bet that they are very good attackers because they don't have many atomic age bases, and most of the bases aren't that challenging, except for their number 2. This is level 220 and a very highly upgraded atomic age player. And as they didn't have almost any Forbidden City layouts, I decided to go back to my regular composition for this war. And first off, I will test it against their number 2, Mr. Marcin. And one interesting thing about this base is that he has also claimed the Bazooka Tower that you can see here, bottom left side, next to the bunker. And I will actually take it to the War Academy because I'm a bit rusty with my regular composition because I haven't used it for so long. And as he also has the Bazooka Tower that I haven't encountered before, so I decided that he's worth of spending some time in War Academy to prepare. Let's see you there. So here we are in the War Academy. And first of all, I'll explain. I want to actually approach this base from the Alliance Gate side, and actually on the line that I will make a hole in the wall here, because I want to rally my troops to this behind the second layer of walls here. And why I want to approach from the Alliance Gate side like this is that Bazooka Tower is here, and this is a crazy event because this Bazooka Tower is has tremendously huge damage per second, and it also is area splash damage as well as 11 range, even longer than Mortar Tower. So I need to make sure that I will take care of this Bazooka Tower in the early stages of the match. As well as on this side, I can clear the fort and town center quite nicely. On the bottom side, there is one important building, Stronghold. But if I approach from the top, I don't need to worry about Stronghold too much because you can see the range of the Stronghold here. By the time my troops will arrive into the Stronghold range, I've already cleared all of these air defenses here. So even if I am late with the sabotage on the Stronghold, I can probably use my 4 strike fighters to clear most of these spawning troops, if any, and that we don't know. But if there are elephant archers, they would hurt quite a bit, but I believe I can clear them out fast enough for the remaining army still to be able to clear the base. So going back to my initial drop, I highlighted these important ranges of the nearby buildings: Mortar, Bazooka Tower, and Sniper Tower. I don't want to drop into the range of any of these troops, any of these defensive structures. So you can see this area here is nice and clear. And it's so far off that I actually can finish my whole drop with 67 seconds and only then sabotage this area here. Mortar, bunker, command post with Chinese ranged infantry, as well as the Bazooka Tower. And just to highlight the Bazooka Tower craziness, what you can see here is 14,000 hit points. So crazy amount of HP. You cannot clear it out with your strike fighters. And the damage per second, 8,350. So if it really shoots every second, even then it can easily clear all of my army with one shot, except the tank destroyers. So crazy building. It can ruin your whole attack. Make sure that you sabotage this thing. Otherwise, with 2 shots it will take down your tank destroyers even, probably, because I believe that shot frequency is probably every 2 seconds or so, so you can easily double this damage with 1 shot. So my initial drop will be here, and I will drop my whole army, my bazookas, generals, and everything here, because I want them all to do damage and contribute to the attack. I'm not really keen on leaving the generals behind and then dropping them on the corner of the map, because they are very strong part of your offense. What I will just do is I will drop everything except I also brought 2 veteran wall sappers. I will drop 1 wall sapper right after my whole army is dropped, and that will clear a hole here in the wall. And then I am ready to do my rally, because by that time probably all of these buildings are cleared here, and I can do my rally nicely here, because the hole is there. I even tested against these 11 level 11 walls, because my veteran wall sapper is underdeveloped. It actually managed to clear one of the walls, but it didn't manage to clear the area that it usually should, because I believe that there's some kind of splash damage, and it only clears 1 wall, but that's enough for me. So luckily he doesn't have level 12 walls. Then I would need to think about dropping 2 wall sappers. So as soon as I've finished my drop, I will sabotage the Bazooka Tower, bunker, mortar, and command post. And what you can see here, I need to use the sabotage on the top end of the Bazooka Tower's top here, so in order to sap all of these 4 buildings. I just recommend you guys to remember the exact spots of the sabotage you need to use before you go into the battle. So as a third move, as I already explained, I will rally all of my troops here. And what that means is that this area is already cleared by that time, so they will clear these buildings here and naturally move onwards to the Bazooka Tower right away. Before I do my rally, I will drop my second veteran wall sapper and rally together with my army here, and this will help to clear this wall here. I have, of course, 14 bazookas with me, so this is not a must, but better to be safe than sorry. In this rally location, my bazookas should actually clear the wall as well. So it's not necessary, but cautionary matter for my army. As a fourth move, then I will blitzkrieg town center and the fort. And the thing with this blitzkrieg is when I do my rally, in a bad scenario, one of my troops is actually somewhere here and wants to rally through this open space here. Then this blitzkrieg will prevent also the fort in spawning. Otherwise, it's more for the town center. So as a fifth move, when my troops are rallied together here, I will use gladiator strength and protect, and that means that next 40 seconds or 43 seconds for me, the troops are pretty much untouchable, except of the Bazooka Tower, but that will be cleared by that time anyways. So I don't need to really worry about these mortar towers, but what I can then do, if needed, I can prolong the town center lockdown and lock down also one of the mortars as well as the anti-tank gun. As a seventh move, and this is also, say, like a cautionary matter, if I really need to prolong the fort disabling, so I will then add sabotage here as well. And the last sixth move was also a bit cautionary. It might be that I'm left with 1 or 2 sabotages after the battle, so I don't mind that, because I'd rather be safe than sorry with the really important defensive structures than to plan to use them somewhere here on this mortar or something. As an 8th move, when the town center is down, I will rally all of my troops together in the middle of this space, because from this area they can actually clear all of the important defensive structures, all of the air defenses and everything. So after that I can easily support with my strike fighters all of this area. Then I will use also decoy, because this bunker and other defensive structures might be spawning a lot of troops by that time. So I want them all to be scattered in the middle here, because what you can see here in the war creed, the top air area. So whenever I use my strike fighters to clear these defensive units, I will need to click somewhere on this area here. So then my strike fighters will approach from the Alliance gate side, and I have cleared all of the air defenses on this side anyways by that time. At the 10th move, you can see the range of the stronghold. I want to be able to sabotage the stronghold before my troops enter this area here, because it's better to be safe than sorry. And if I have extra sabotage, I can prolong the sap, but it doesn't really matter. Even if the stronghold spawns something, all of their defenses are down, I can suppress it with my strike fighters. Thanks, and that's the plan. Let's see if we actually manage to keep the plan and how we do. So here we are back on the war map. First of all, take a quick look on my army composition. I've actually developed my supply cards from the Mansa Musa, so I no longer use 3 supply cards, only 2. I think it should be enough. And as a cautionary matter, I have also 3 veteran bazooka armies and elephant archers. If something goes wrong and they need to clear the base at the end. Hopefully they're not needed. And as they don't really focus on defending the bases, their number 2, the strongest attacker, also has 3 offensive coalitions instead of any defensive coalitions. So after this point, everything went as planned, and I was able to sabotage the Bazooka Tower before it made any strikes against me. So that's perfect, exactly as I planned. And I managed to rally all the troops into the designated area from this wall hole that I made, instead of coming next to the fort. So everything went exactly as hoped for, so no issues at this point. Only mistake I made, as you see here, I forgot to deploy my second wall sapper, but as a cautionary matter, we have, of course, 14 bazookas that actually cleared the wall within a matter of seconds, so no issues there. But a bit annoyed on myself that I forgot to do the steps that I actually planned for. Actually, my second mistake was that I delayed too long with my sabotage on the stronghold, so it actually made 1 shot against me. So that means that if there were any troops inside, they would have spawned. So I think that the stronghold was actually empty. But nevertheless, even if it had some troops in it, I would have been able to clear them out with my 4 strike fighters. So the plan actually worked really well. Again, as usual, a couple of small mistakes, but luckily it didn't cost me much. I lost quite a bit of my officers. I had 7 of my own officers with me, and these they actually are falling into the traps, either the landmines or the ambush traps, and it's quite hard to keep them all alive. Most of my alliance officers actually remained intact by the end of the fight, so no issues. Still plenty of army to clear rest of the buildings. Thanks.